The perforation blade allows you to make so many different projects so much easier. I'm going to show you how to make fun little circus tickets in this video. My name is Kelly and let's get clacking. In a new canvas in Cricut Design Space, I'm going to click on Images and I'm going to search for ticket. This is the ticket that we're going to be using, so I'm going to click on it and add it to my canvas. Next, we need to resize the ticket so that it looks a little bit more ticket-like. In the size section at the top, I'm going to make sure that the padlock is on so that we keep the same proportions. I'm going to select the width and change it to 5 centimeters to make it 5 centimeters wide. Now I'm going to right click and duplicate the ticket. I'm going to move it next to the ticket that we already have, and I'm going to zoom in quite far to make sure that they're overlapping a little bit. We're not quite overlapped yet, so I'm just going to move it in a teensy little bit more. That looks perfect. So I'm going to select them both. I'm going to right click and click weld, or you can use the weld in the bottom right hand corner. Now we have one ticket stub. There are two ways that you can progress. You can either add in the score line in the middle section of this ticket stub right here, or you can do all of the ticket stubs and then add in the score lines afterwards. I'm going to add in the score line now because it'll save me a little bit of time later. So I'm going to click on Shapes and add in the first block that we see there. It's a plain line. This is a score line, but you can change the operation to pen, cut, perforate, engrave, any kind of operation you can change this line to. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to resize it to roughly the size that we need and drag it over the part where the tickets meet, where we kind of join them together. Make it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to change the operation from score to perforate. Now what I do here is I'm going to select everything, right click and duplicate that. I'm then going to move it across, line it up, make sure that it's overlapping, select both of the basic cut layers only, that's very important, and I'm going to click weld. Now I'm going to duplicate the perforation line, so Control C, Control V on your keyboard, and put it into place. And now we have 4 tickets. So depending on how big a canvas you want to work with, you can have 4, 8, 12, however many you want. I'm going to be using the 24-inch mats, so I'm able to add in 12 different tickets. So I'm going to duplicate this twice and do exactly the same process as what I've just done. I'm going to select everything, right click, duplicate, and move that along with everything still selected. Zoom in so that I can see what I'm working with, making sure that it's overlapping. Now, before I weld, I'm going to select that section again, and I'm going to duplicate it so that I have 12. So now that I have those, I'm going to zoom in, make sure that they're overlapped, select both of those, right click and click weld. I'm going to then add in my perforation line again. So I'm going to select a perforation line, duplicate it and add that in. And then I'm going to do the same on this section. I'm going to select both of those because I can see that they're overlapping, and then I can weld, duplicate my perforation line and add that in there. So we now have a very long ticket stub, as you can see, and if I select it, I do want to make sure that the sizing is correct. What I have here is I have 59.817. Now that is too large to be able to use a 12 by 24 inch mat. So I'm going to select everything and I'm going to change the size to 59.6. Because 59.6 is the biggest that we'll be able to cut. 59.69, but that's okay. So I just resized it a tiny bit to make sure that it fits. I'm then also going to send the basic cut layer to the back and I'm going to group all of the perforation lines so that they're easier to select at a later stage. So I'm going to attach all of those lines together and then collapse that layer. And now we start with the decorations. So I'm going to select the ticket stubs and I'm going to change it to the color of the cardstock that I'm going to be using. So I've made it a nice light pink. And here's where we can add in an internal offset line that's drawn, or if you want to just have text, you can totally just have text. But what I want to do is to have a little internal border on the inside of the ticket stub. Now, if I have to just use the internal offset, it's not going to give me the look that I want. So I'm actually going to insert one of the tickets that we've used already back into the canvas so that I can use that. So I'm going to once again change the width to 5, and I'm going to change the color to be the same so that I know what I'm working with. And I'm going to the offset section. So it's currently an external offset because it's on the right hand side of that little gray line there in the middle. But because I want an internal offset, I'm going to have to move it to the left hand side of that little gray line. So I'm going to move it to the smallest one that it can be, which is 0.3. I kind of want it a little bit smaller than that, so I'm going to do negative 0.2. That looks perfect for me. And then let's zoom in so that we can see. And I'm going to change that function from basic cut to pen so that it is drawn on. And I'm then going to move it on top of the ticket, and that looks beautiful. Now what I want to do is add in the text. So I need to make sure that I'm going to be using a writing font for this one. So when I click on text, I need to make sure that I'm looking for a writing font that will work. So in the font section, I'm going to filter the fonts by writing. And then I'm going to choose a nice writing font for us to use. Lemonade is a beautiful looking font, so I'm going to choose that one. And I'm going to change the style from regular to writing so that it knows that I want to write with that font. I'm then going to type in the text that I want, make it a little bit smaller by dragging in the little boxes. And I also want to change the gap between the two lines. So I'm going to go to the line space and type in -3. I like the way that looks. Now I'm going to select both that layer and the other pen layer that we had, and I'm going to attach them together, and I'm going to duplicate them throughout each and every tag. So I'm just going to, you can do this in 2 ways. So it's either right click, duplicate, and then just move it along, or you can press Ctrl C and Ctrl V on your keyboard and paste it. I mainly only worry about getting the first one and the last one correct because I can use my align features to make sure that everything works. So I'm going to select each one of these layers and I'm going to align them center vertically so they all line up in the middle. And then I'm going to space them or distribute them horizontally so that they're all equally far apart from each other. And you can see it made some tiny little adjustments and that works perfectly. So now I'm going to attach that so that it's all one layer, and I'm going to collapse the layer. If this is exactly where you want your tickets to be, then you are pretty much done. But what I did was I actually ended up writing on the back of the tickets as well. I have little numbers on the back of the tickets, and whenever somebody arrives at the event, they got a ticket, and that also entered them into a lucky draw. So you can totally do it like that if you want. So we're going to select both the cut layer and the writing layer, and I'm going to duplicate that. And now I'm going to change each of the admit 1 into a number. So you can just double click on it and you can type in your number. Now, I know that that looks strange, but bear with me. We're going to detach everything and detach all of the rest of the layers as well. It may seem roundabout, but this is pretty much one of the quickest ways. Now, we select the numbers only. I would recommend selecting the numbers from the side panel, as I tend to very often accidentally click something else and it drives me nuts. So I'm just pressing Shift on my keyboard and I'm clicking on the layer that I want to select. Now what you can do is just drag it into the middle of the ticket, quite literally as easy as that. And before we get started with the cutting, I want to do two things. So first of all, to change the color of this layer, and the reason why we're doing that is so that it separates it into two different mats. And the reason that is important is because we want to draw it on one side and have the Cricut think that it's finished with a project, as we need to work on the mat, and then we're going to need to turn it over. So I'm going to change the color to purple. It can be literally anything, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to attach everything there together. So I'm going to select it all, right click and attach. I'm going to hide this layer because we don't need it. Before we send to the Make It panel, I need to make sure that this is also attached. So I'm going to select everything there and click attach so that that is all together. If you want to do this exact project and you don't want to have to go through all of these steps that we've gone through today, I will be sharing the link to this project down in the description of the video. This will link to my Cricut Design Space profile, so if you want to follow me there, you can, and you'll see all of my projects and everything else that I've done. And you can quite literally just open this project and click Make It and do exactly this type of project, or work on your own version of it. And if you are enjoying this video, while you're down in the description, please give the video a thumbs up, as it helps to spread to more people that might also enjoy this content. So we're going to click Make It, and it will tell us that at least one of our images is larger than 29.2 centimeters. So we're going to have to use the 24-inch mats, which is fine because that's what we wanted. So I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to select on a mat, and the mat size will default to the 24-inch mat or the 60 centimeter mat. And we click Continue. And now we click Continue because that's the exact setup that we wanted. With your machine on and selected, I'm going to choose the material that I'm going to be cutting, which is just the Cricut medium cardstock. It will tell me to load my black pen and make sure that the perforation blade is loaded as well. And then we can load the mat, cut everything, and I'll show you the in-between process that is very important in order to get this project right. So let's get to it. Now, because we're working with a 24-inch mat, we need to make sure that there is enough space behind our mat. So I like to run the mat underneath the machine just to see if it will fit behind, and it does. So we can get started by removing the protective sheeting on the mat and placing our cardstock on. Next, I'm going to remove the debossing tip and place the perforation blade on. Remove the fine point blade and place the perforation blade in. Also need to add in our black pen. And we can now load up our mat and click play. Once it has finished drawing, it will automatically start perforating. So you don't need to worry about anything, it'll automatically start doing its job. And then once that is done, you will need to remove the perforation blade and place your fine point blade into the machine and press play. Now that that's done, you are ready to unload the mat. Now, this is a pretty important part as to what you need to do next. So we're going to remove the tickets very carefully. If you want the writing to be in the same direction, flip them over like that so that the top is at the bottom and the bottom is at the top, and put them exactly back in the same space as what they were before. So just put them right back. So that it almost looks like there's no writing on the tickets. And you can do this for a lot of different things. So I'm going to open the machine again, remove the fine point blade, just in case you don't make it to that part in time. We want to remove the blade because we don't need to cut it again, we just need to draw. but we need to have the cut layer so that it gets the right positioning on this layer. We remove the fine point blade, so there's now nothing in that housing. And we load our mat. And we press go. It's at this point where you can pause, or you can just unload the mat. Because we are done. And now we are done, so we can gently remove our tickets from the mat. And there we have our perfect strip of tickets. Admit 1, and then at the back is the number. So we can just fold them. And they do tend to go diagonal for some reason, but you can just straighten them out a little bit, and there's your little stack of tickets. How perfect is that? And you can super easily just tear one off, and there we go. If you're interested in learning about the debossing tool, check out this video, and I will see you in my next one. And remember, be kind to someone today. See you soon.